Hello everyone, welcome to 45 Minutes of Yin. My name is Caitlin. I am so happy that you are here, wherever you are in the world, taking time for yourself to slow down and get comfortable with slowing down. All you will need today is some kind of pillow, maybe from your bed, 2 pillows. I'm using an old couch cushion, just something to create a bit of extra support for you. If you have yoga blocks, feel free to grab those as well, but they are not necessary here. Now, our first shape today is going to be a supported child's pose. You'll bring the big toes to touch, knees as wide as feels comfortable. Pull your pillow or pillows close in toward your body, walk yourself forward, and go ahead and lie down. You can bring your left ear down to your pillow to start. Try to soften through the upper back, maybe even hug your support in a bit closer. Get out any little wiggles, movement, and eventually allow yourself to settle into stillness. Now, for many of us, this practice of slowing down, getting comfortable with slowing down, and really checking in with ourselves can be really challenging. So during these next 45 minutes, I invite you to try your best to let go of any negative self-talk, any self-judgment, criticism, and instead try your best to greet yourself where you are at today. You are taking this time out of your day for yourself, showing up for yourself, and oftentimes that is the hardest part, just showing up. So you are here, and that is enough. If you notice your mind kind of wandering all over the place still, I want you to know that that is okay. You are probably not the only one feeling this way. And to help you feel a bit more grounded here in your space, try to find one thing to focus on. Maybe noticing all parts of your body that are touching the ground, your pillows. Maybe focus here on your breath. Turn the head to the opposite direction just to even things out. Right ear comes down to your pillow, your support. And as you settle into stillness here once again, maybe even visualize the breath. Watch it travel in through the nose, filling up your chest, lungs. Feel the low back broaden. As you exhale, feel a sense of softness, everything drawing inwards toward your center. An inner softening, a stillness, and continually returning to your anchor point again, whether it be that physical contact, maybe that awareness of your slow, steady, deep breathing. With each new exhale, feel yourself melt into your support even more. And that could be mental or physical. Each new exhale an opportunity to release somewhere else, to release something else, to surrender just a little bit more. Soften again the upper back, shoulders, forehead. And we'll take our final few deep, full body breaths here in our first shape. wherever you are, let's take our last breath here together. Big inhale, deepest breath of the day. Taking this breath in for yourself. And bigger exhale, let it go. Turn your forehead down to your pillows. Press into your palms and very slowly walk yourself up. Lift your head up last. Take a moment seated upright in stillness. Shoulders soften away from your ears. And we'll slide our pillow off to the side. Swing your legs out in front of you and then take any little movements that feel good for your body, especially after having our knees bent for so long. You can wiggle the toes inwards, outwards, maybe make circles here with the feet, ankles. And we're going to move into a seated forward fold, giving the back of the body a bit more love. If you're feeling especially tight here today, you can bend your knees really generously, rest your chest down on your thighs. Option to bring your arms behind the backs of the thighs, grab hold of opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists. Drop your chin toward your chest. Now for my friends who are maybe a bit more open down along the backs of the legs, extend your legs out long. Grab hold of your pillow or pillows once again, maybe your yoga blocks. Adjust your seat and set your support on top of the legs and begin to fold yourself forward. Chin again melts down toward your chest to help release the back of the neck. And if your support feels far away, you can stack your fists here together. Rest your forehead down on top of your fists. Maybe here's where you grab hold of one of your blocks. We want our heads to be supported here in this shape as best we can. Our heads are pretty heavy. Our spines work hard all day to hold our heads upright. So just give your spine, your back a little bit of a break here. You can always choose to flatten one palm, maybe make one fist. All of our bodies are different. These shapes are going to look different for each of us, so find the variation that feels right for you. Don't feel like you have to take a variation just because I'm offering it, but listen to what your body is telling you feels right. Now, in a yin yoga practice, we hold the poses for a longer amount of time. We allow gravity to do most of the work for us, and the longer we stay in these shapes, the easier it is to surrender into them. So you might find the longer you breathe into this fold, maybe you're able to remove a block, to flatten a palm, to surrender just a little bit deeper here. Let go of any negative self-talk, judgment surrounding how far forward you are able to fold, and connect again to greeting yourself where you are at. You are here, and that is enough. For my friends who would like to deepen the sensation they're feeling here across the back of the body, option to remove any props to really allow yourself to surrender into this shape even more. Maybe flattening a palm, resting your head down once again. If your mind has kind of wandered somewhere outside of this space of stillness that you are cultivating here for yourself, I invite you to try your best to reel yourself back in. Reconnect to the sensation of your body being supported here, every part of the ground that you are touching, the sensations you feel along the backs of the legs, the low back, the neck, the shoulders. reconnect once again to your slow, steady, deep breathing. When we breathe slowly and mindfully, it helps to quiet our busy minds, to soothe our nervous system, and to transition ourselves into a state of rest and recovery. Our day-to-day lives are very go, 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 so here we are balancing out this with our yin energy, slowing down and checking in. Let's take our last couple of deep breaths here. And together, let's take one last deep inhale. Bigger exhale. Begin to press into your palms and again slowly roll yourself up, growing from the root of your spine up. And to counteract that fold, land your hands behind you, fingertips facing in, press into your palms, send your chest forward, shoulders draw back. Option here to lift your nose up toward the sky, full front of the body nice and open, and gently release. Move any props off to the side once again. Come to have a seat either crossing at the legs, one foot in front of the other. Drop your chin down toward your chest, and let's create a bit of movement. Draw a line with your nose as you inhale toward your right shoulder. Keep inhaling as you lift your head up toward the sky. As you exhale, nose toward the left shoulder and back down to center. Now keep this movement going, following your breath. Take it nice and slow. Over to the right, up overhead. Exhale to the left and back down. Take one last full cycle of breath here. Full inhale, full exhale. And once your chin meets your chest once again, slowly reverse your circle. Inhale over toward the left, up overhead. Exhale to the right and back down. Notice the sway of your spine here, almost like a tree in a breeze. Feel those little crackles and pops along the spine. Soften through your shoulders. Take one last full cycle of breath wherever you are, nice and slow. We'll meet once again, chin towards our chests. From here, take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your head. Allow your elbows to fall inward towards one another. Keep sitting up nice and tall. Nice stretch for the back of the neck. Begin to drop your left elbow down towards center, almost like you're rolling your nose toward your right shoulder. And we'll reverse that. Right elbow drops towards center, nose rolls to point toward the left shoulder. Slowly release towards center. Hands come back down to your lap. Lift your head up to neutral and we breathe. For our next shape, we're going to be focusing a bit more on the low back. Grab hold of your pillow or pillows once again. Come to lie across your support so that your hips come down to the ground, legs extended out long behind you. Forearms land in front of you on the other side of your support. Arms parallel to one another. Make any little adjustments here that you need. Soften down along the back of the body. Relax the glutes, thighs. Maybe your toes point slightly inwards. Breathing here now in our supported Sphinx pose. Now for some of us, this might feel really intense for your low back. For my friends who are feeling that way, walk each of your arms a big step forward so that it lessens the opening here in the low back. And if you want to make this a little bit more restorative, you have an extra pillow, maybe a yoga block or two, you can bring some of your extra support here to rest your forehead down on top of. Soften again through the upper back, the shoulders. Return to your anchor point, your breath, your space, your body. Every new exhale an opportunity to release tension. Every new inhale an opportunity to breathe into an area that maybe needs a little bit of extra care or love today. New opportunity to create space. Take one last deep, full body inhale. Full body exhale. Slowly make your way up just so that you can shift all of your support again out of your way off to the side. Come back to lie on your stomach. Stack one hand on top of the other, elbows nice and wide. Rest your forehead down to the backs of your hands. Coming to our crocodile pose. Now it might feel nice to wiggle the hips side to side, gently sway the feet side to side. Any little movements that feel like a good reset for your body. Eventually, allow yourself to settle into stillness once again, legs extended behind you, feet nice and wide. Well, this is a shape that I like to say kind of looks like we're doing nothing, kind of looks like yoga nap time, but it is so incredibly restorative for your low back. I invite you to connect here to the sensation of your heart beating against the support beneath you. Feel here that you are alive, and what a gift that is. From here, extend your right arm out to the right, arm in line with the shoulder, palm facing down. Left hand plants next to your chest, elbow toward the sky, and roll over to your right side, stacking your left leg on top of your right. Now, if your head feels really far away from the ground, take your pillow or a block, place it underneath your right ear to lift the ground up closer to you. And for my friends who feel pretty okay here in the chest, the shoulder, and you'd like to deepen this sensation, you'll lift your top left leg up, bend your knee, reach your left foot really far back behind you, and then land your left foot down. Remember here again that just because I give an option doesn't mean that you have to take it. If this feels like it's really serving your body, stay here. If it doesn't quite feel right, you are more than welcome to return to having the legs stacked on top of one another. Then use your left hand to control how back you roll, how far back you roll, or how much you release, allowing yourself to not be pushed back as far. You are in control here. Listen to what it is that your body needs. notice yourself again kind of wandering somewhere far outside of this space you are cultivating for yourself. Come back. Recenter. Recommit to this time that you have taken out of your day for yourself. You deserve this time to relax, to rest, and to feel supported. Take one last big breath in, bigger breath out. Slowly make your way out of this shape the same way you came into it. So legs stacked, roll your chest back to center, and let's turn the left ear down to the mat. Reach your arms back behind you alongside your body, palms facing up. Allow the shoulders to round forward. And to prepare for the second side, new journey, we'll extend the left arm out along in line with our shoulder, palm facing down. Left ear comes down to the mat, maybe to your pillow or a block. Right palm next to your chest, and you'll roll yourself onto your left side. Stack your legs on top of one another. And right away again, let go of any negative self-talk, any criticism, and again, breathe into where you are at. For my friends looking again to deepen the sensation, you can now pick up your top leg, bend your knee generously, reach your leg back behind you, and land your foot down. If this option again doesn't quite feel right for your body, ease up out of it. Now for those of us who have desk jobs, maybe spend a lot of time scrolling on our phones or have a long commute, our hands holding a steering wheel, shoulders rounded forward, this will probably feel pretty intense. So if you need to ease up out of it a bit and not roll as far back, listen to your body. Together, once again, let's take our final deep inhale. Even deeper exhale, let it go. In your own time, make your way out of this shape. Slide your arms back behind you once again, palms facing up, and we'll turn the right ear back down to the mat. Slowly turn your forehead down to the mat, press into your hands, and come back up. From here, come back to your easy seated position, one foot in front of the other, maybe crossing at the ankles. Take your pillows over to your left side, just along your left leg. Sitting up nice and tall, plant your left hand on top of your pillows, your support. Take a big inhale, reach your right arm up overhead toward the sky. Grow even taller, find length, and then reach up and over to the left. Soften your right thigh down away from you. You can play here with turning your nose down towards the ground, turning your nose up towards the sky, finding whatever feels best for your neck. And to make this a bit more supported, let's land our left elbow into our support. Rest your head on top of your left hand. Soften here through the right arm, rest the right elbow crease on top of your head. back up to neutral, sitting up nice and tall. No rush from one side to the next, one shape to the next, but just taking a moment in between to check in. Take your pillows over to your right side, down along the right thigh. Right hand presses into your support. Big inhale, reach your left hand up as high as you can, and up and over to the right. Both hips stay nice and grounded. You can play here again with turning your nose downward, upward. Again, find what feels best for your neck. To make this supported on the second side, we'll again use our hand to support our heads. And then you'll soften your top left arm on top of your head. Here we are connecting with being rather than doing. So let go of the idea of trying to make this shape happen or what you think this is supposed to look like. And transition more into what it feels like for your body today. Can you practice simply being here in your body, breathing for yourself? Together once again. Big breath in. Bigger breath out. Release your left hand down to your lap. Slowly press yourself back up to neutral, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders soften away from your ears. Next shape, we're going to transition into a shape that will help to open up the front of the body, the chest, the hips. Now, using our pillows, our support once again, we'll place them toward the back end of our mat or just behind you. And take a seat in front of your support, butting your hips up against your support. Plant your hands next to your sides and slowly guide yourself to lie back so that your spine, your head, all supported. Now to transition to have this to focus a bit more on the hips, we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Allow your knees to fall open left and right. And if that feels like any kind of crunching going on around the hips, the low back, press into your feet. Lift your hips slightly, scoop your pelvis forward towards your feet, and then gently rest your hips back down. Now, if you have any extra pillows, blankets, yoga blocks, option to place them here underneath your outer thighs for a bit of extra support. Remember here again, you deserve to feel supported. You deserve to be supported. And sometimes that means giving yourself the support that you need. From here, hands can rest on the hips or just off to your sides, whatever feels more comfortable. Your left and right shoulders melting away here. Collarbones nice and broad, chest, heart space nice and open. tension in the thighs at all, maybe the outer glutes? Are you able to soften, to release any gripping, clenching, or holding? And when you think you have softened as much as you can, I invite you to soften just a little bit more. This shape is one of my all-time favorites. It helps to massage our lymphatic systems. Our lymphatic system is the only system in the body without its own natural pump. It helps to rid our bodies of toxins. All of this goodness from the simple shape of lying back, feet together, knees wide. Here you are giving yourself power. Power to create space in areas that feel closed off. Power to create a foundation for healing. For a state of inner peace and stillness. Who would like to deepen the sensation of opening across the front of the body. You can bring your arms far out to your sides, maybe even bend at the elbows, soften the backs of your hands down to the ground. Now reach your arms up overhead, grab hold of opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists, and allow gravity to open your chest, your heart even more. Breath in. Bigger breath out. If your arms are up overhead, slowly slide them back down by your sides. Take your hands to your outer thighs and use your hands to guide your knees back up toward one another. Gently roll over to one side. Press the support beneath you out from beneath you so pillow blocks come off to the side, and lie back on your back once again. Hug your knees in toward your chest. Maybe find stillness here or a gentle rock side to side. Listen to your body. Do you need stillness? Do you need movement? For our next shape, open your arms up to a big T, palms facing up. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, drop both knees over to the right, coming into a twist. Soften both shoulders here into your mat. And if your left shoulder came way up off of the mat, slide your knees further away from you, lessening the twist. Shoulders are both planted nice and heavy on your mat and you'd like to intensify this twist, you can hug your knees closer to you. When you're ready, slowly bring your knees from side to side, or maybe stillness once again. Feel your low back release down into the ground. Second side, arms open back up to a T, palms facing up. And as you take your next exhale, release both legs over to the left. Make any adjustments here, knees closer to your body, knees further away from your body. Back of the skull nice and heavy, supported here. Soften down along the arms, the fingertips, the palms. Breath in, full body breath out. Slowly bring your legs back to center, and one last time hug your knees in toward your chest. And preparing now for our final and most important shape, Shavasana. Low back is feeling tender, you can place your pillow or blocks behind the backs of the knees. Maybe a pillow comes behind the head, legs out long in front of you, arms off by your sides, palms facing up. Begin to let go of any regulation of breath. Muscles around the eyes. Feel your left and right shoulders melt. arms up and back behind you. Full body stretch as if you're waking up again for the first time today. Fresh start. And when you're ready, roll over to your favorite side. Eyes closed, bottom arm like a pillow for your head. Notice how you're feeling. From here, press into your hands to lift up to an easy seated position so that we may close our time here together today. And when you arrive, take a big inhale, sweep your arms out left and right and up overhead. Press your palms to touch. And slowly exhale your hands down to your heart. Press the backs of your thumbs into your heart space. Allow your chin to fall toward your chest, bowing your head, honoring yourself. Take a moment here to feel gratitude for taking this time out of your day for yourself. Feel gratitude for everything you have accomplished here, every deep breath, every moment of stillness. To thank you for sharing this practice of Yin Yoga here with me today.